Que lo que hay? It's your boy Mo Vibes. Today we're gonna be reacting to Kevin Samuels. This was one of his last videos that he dropped, like clip wise, called Modern Women Feel Men Need to Prove Themselves to Women. I've never seen this video, but this was one of his last videos that he dropped, before his untimely passing. So rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, true godfather. I'm interested to what he has to say about this. The title obviously sounds pretty intriguing, so I want to see what he has to say about this.
I feel like both men and women should prove themselves to each other.
Why?
Because, in relationships, it's a give and take, right? You have to get to that point of getting to marriage. Which with you, you're saying, he has worked his way up. A lot of women...
Who has to get to that point?
Both.
No. That's where you're wrong. No.
Why do you feel that way?
I don't feel that way, I think.
Okay.
See,
He's using his logic, not his emotion. Already, he's coming at it strong.
women control access to sex. We have to work our way up to sex with you. True or false?
True.
Right.
That's facts, though. Men have to work for sex. Like, for men, that's how it's been, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely a lot more accessible for women than it is men. And that's just how life is, it is what it is. As men, we realize that, and we gotta just adapt.
True.
Right. You have to work your way up to marriage with us.
Right.
Well, no, it's not right, because you just said it's 50. We both have to work. So if that's the case, you in your sex scenario, you'd have to work yourself up to sex with us, and men already have sex almost immediately.
So do you feel like women don't have to prove
How old are you?
I am 33.
I like to talk in terms of think instead of feel.
Okay.
Okay, so your question again is what?
My question
Wait, I just want to make sure that this is recording right.
is, why do you not feel like why do you not think men should prove themselves to women?
Because you don't propose, we do.
Correct. Okay, I can see that.
Okay, let me ask you.
I didn't even
When
look at
you
it
go
that way.
for a job interview, is it on you to prove yourself worthy for the job, or is it for the company to sell you on the position?
Both.
What's paramount though? What's paramount?
What's paramount?
Yes, let's not play games, 33-year-old woman. You think it's more... Okay, so let me get this right. The way you're talking is what a top candidate would do.
Okay.
I said a job. A job.
So you don't feel like a woman is a top candidate?
Again, think. See, this is the problem. You ladies act like you have more leverage than you do.
I'm not saying that.
Yes, ma'am, you said a woman is a top candidate. I'm talking about women in general.
I said, do you not think that a woman is a top candidate?
The question you're asking is, do I think all women are top candidates?
Do you not feel that way?
No. Are
way?
you serious? Are you all tens?
No, but I'm still, you're going to be a 10 in that guy's eyes. The
No,
man
you're
that
not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Okay.
You said you were married?
Yes, I was married.
And who filed for, and you're divorced now?
I did. We were
filed
from
for divorce?
cultures.
Huh?
Yes, I did. I filed for divorce.
Why?
Because we were from two different cultures. He was
Home record. He better come at her.
from Ghana. I was from here.
How long were you married?
For 6 years.
Then two different cultures that doesn't make a lot of sense.
He started resenting me after I did not want to have children until I was finished with school.
Another one of those women. Another one of these women who want to put their degree and their job and all this other stuff before life. Okay.
But I did say I do agree. I do regret it now, looking back on it, because I didn't have to work through my graduate.
So let me ask you, how long you been divorced?
I've been divorced since I was 27.
No, I mean, I don't know, ma'am. How many years?
So,
Yeah, I do that. Huh?
5 years. I'm sorry.
5 years.
Okay,
You were married for 6 years.
yes,
So that's 11 years. You're 33.
6
So
years.
you're married for 6 years.
Yes.
You've been divorced for 5 years. That's 11 years total. So that means you got off the dating scene at around 21 or 22.
Yes.
All right. So in the last 5 years, how many proposals have you fielded from valuable men?
That's an honest question. How many proposals have you had from a valuable men? You know what I'm saying? Because women, at the end of the day, they're going for men who they want. Women aren't going to go for a man that they don't want.
None.
There you go. Because your value is lower. You had a man, you left him for a ridiculous reason. And are you honestly thinking at 33, a productive, competitive, successful, a man of the caliber who's a marrying man has to come prove something to you at 33?
I feel like I bring something to the table. He brings something to the table.
No. But see, the thing is, ma'am, and what you need to pay real close attention, you're still talking like you have leverage. You bring something to the table, and so do the other 20 women that want that man.
Correct.
It's true, because he's high value.
Women who talk like you die alone. I'm dead honest. I'm dead serious, because you've already proved that you're selfish and will choose a degree over a husband and blame it on cultural reasons. That wasn't culture. That was selfishness. You wanted to go get a career or job, whatever, and a degree over your husband.
Exactly. And it's like she's going to be competing with other women for a high value man, and she's already blaming society, victimizing herself, not taking accountability at 33. A guy who has his shit together and sees that, why would he want to settle for that? It's the truth, you know. And not to it's not to blame all women, but there are a lot of women who, you know, who are past their 30s that will then want to settle, you know, but they don't want to settle for just any man. They want to settle for a high value man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of crazy. It's not saying that you can't do it, but it's like guys, we look at things different. You know, women they look at a man who has a good future. Men, we don't really care for a woman. I mean, and it's not to say that we don't want an ambitious woman, because we definitely do. But we don't care for a woman's career and the type of money she makes. So it's different.
That's not culture. That's selfish. And any man worth his salt would sit back and ask you about your past. And hearing this, they will put you in the category of, And if you want to come talking about, well, I feel like he brings this and I feel like I bring that, that may be true, ma'am. But you're not competing with this man. You're competing with all the other women who want that man. Are you saying today you can outcompete women for the kind of man you say you want?
I never said that I wanted a 6-figure man.
I never said that. Where did I say any of that?
But
I said I was very clear. I said, are you trying to say that you can outcompete women for the kind of man you want?
It's a good question to have. That's a great question.
So, like,
Okay. So what state are you in?
I'm in Arkansas, so I'm in Arkansas.
Do you want any children?
I do.
How many would you like to have?
At least 2.
2 children. Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
You want to have to.
That's a yes or no.
Yes, I do.
You want to have you want to have to work.
I love helping people, so
Okay,
I do want to still be able to.
So let me because I get it. So what percentage of the overall household financial load would you like to have to carry for a lifetime?
That's a good question also, you know, because like, also obviously to my female viewers who watch this, if you were to get, you know, in a relationship and be with a man and you wanted him to take the head of the household and the leadership position and you wanted him to obviously be the one to take majority of the bills, like how much percentage would you want to pay for the bills out of 100?
Probably like 20 to 30%.
20 to 30%. So listen, pay attention.
Okay.
20 to 30%. All right. How much would you think a man would need to earn in Arkansas to provide for a wife and 2 children?
Arkansas. The hell's in Arkansas? It's like cornfields and
Probably like 120.
So you just said you didn't need a 6-figure man.
Hey,
That's what you just said.
What?
Hold on. No. No. That's what you said. No, ma'am. That's what you said. But see, the truth comes out. You only want to carry 20 to 30% of the load. So that means that your man is going to have to pay 80% of the bills. Your income is basically going to be equivalent to a mother flipping tip. A tip is 15%. And you want to put 20 on the family. Cool. No problem with it. So a woman who's 33 years old who wants to basically bring a tip to the table. Tell me what you're bringing that's going to outweigh what these women are bringing. You're 33. They're of varying ages. This is where it starts to go off the rails. How tall are you?
Oh, bro, he is. It is not even that he's like grilling her, but like, see, when the truth comes out, that's when it starts to get uncomfortable for these women. And like, a woman who's 33, you know, obviously she's past her prime. Ooh, damn, this is a hard pill to swallow.
Dress size?
Ooh, he comes.
size 14
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
to 20.
See, people think I'm rude when I make my questions, but what I'm saying is, ma'am, your expectations versus what you physically bring to the table versus financially what you want from a man are completely out of whack.
No, it's facts though.
And you apparently you didn't learn anything from your marriage that you walked away from.
I did. I learned.
Like she's basically saying as a woman what she wants, but like she doesn't really have a layout or a plan on how not only she's gonna get that man, but like how it will even out. Because if she's 33 and she's only paying 20% of the bills, like how many of those men even want to be with you? You gotta ask that.
Because you're still talking as if a man who's making $120,000 in Arkansas has to prove something to you. Let me tell you what he has to prove to you: that he can make $120,000 damn dollars in Arkansas.
But I'm more like this, is that's one reason why I would like to continue to work, or because
What difference does it make if you continue to work? If he's got to pay 80% of the bills, ma'am. You're working means nothing if you're paying 20% of the bills. Zero. Because if he stops, the house falls apart. Your 20% is a tip. What is your 20% going to do, man? Tell us. What's it going to pay? What is 20% of a mortgage? 20% of the light bill? 20% of the car note? 20% of the insurance? 20% of retirement? 20% of vacation? What is 20%?
my 20% is only going towards the bills, but the
No,
other.
I said no, ma'am. I said of the financial load of the family. I didn't say towards the bill. I said of everything. See, that's what men sign up for. We sign up to have to pay for everything. And you ladies want to put your money in specific things. Nope. Just like you can't spot reduce on a body, you have to reduce totally. You have to provide totally. And your 20%, and even if you can pay 20%, let's just say you can cover the rent. It doesn't matter if you have no utilities and food, man. Meaning you're not going to be making enough to support the family. Your husband would have to carry the lion's share of the load.
Facts, and that's what I'm saying. It's like he's the one that's gonna have to take all that responsibility, and her expectations, especially a 6-figure man. She just said contradicting herself, saying she doesn't need a 6-figure man, but then saying that she wants to pay 20% of the bill, and she wants the man to make 120. That's a 6-figure man. You know what I'm saying? So it's her math ain't mathing basically.
And that kind of man ain't gonna have to prove nothing.
Facts.
You got to prove to him that you're worth him carrying the lion's share of the load for.
He with or without you, like that. Just what he's trying to explain is like with or without you, the man, he's already making 120K a year. He's good on his own. So if he's gonna bring you to his life, like how are you gonna contribute, regardless of the tip?
Okay, I hear you. I see where you're coming from.
Okay. That's all I'm saying is you ladies got to start realizing that, especially when you're at your age, you're not in a power position. Honestly, you guys, the closer you get to 35 and older, you're at the age where you take what you can get. And I'm not supposed to say that, but that's true.
It's facts, though.
So, would you marry a guy who's earning what the average American man earns?
Yes.
And what is that?
Like
What does the average American man earn?
Around about 50.
Average American white man, average American black man earns closer to 40.
Okay.
And you marry him at 40?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then together, what would your household income be?
140.
Huh?
140.
So 140. So roughly 2/3 is yours. So every time the mortgage is due, you're writing up 2/3 of the mortgage. He's writing a third. Every time the groceries have to be paid, you're paying for 2/3 of the groceries. He's paying for a third. The kids need braces. You're paying for 2/3. He's paying for a third. Every single dime that is spent, you are paying 66 cents, and he's paying 34 cents. And you would be a cooperative, submissive wife to this man.
Yes.
I don't believe that more than the man on the moon. You didn't even want to quit going to school for a man you was married to. I mean, anybody believe that?
So, when you're young, you do young and stupid things.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's just say the case, then why aren't you? If that's the case, man, Arkansas is littered with men making $40,000 who would love a $100,000 wife and love you to pay 2/3 of the bills. You shouldn't have no problem.
Exactly. That's not what she really wants.
But I have to actually get out there and date. And that's something I haven't been doing either.
Why?
So
closed mouths don't get fed.
Why?
Well, because I've been more so focused on getting back into doing my therapy and everything else like that. So I
got divorced 5 years ago. You were married for 6 years. You don't have a long relationship history, man.
Right.
Let's just be honest. You've been focusing on yourself. It hasn't been a priority.
No, I haven't made it a priority.
Okay, well, then you also got to factor something else into it. Your relationship skills have atrophied. Okay. When I say you ladies are not in a power position, that offends some women. But what I'm showing is you ladies just seem to think that you can just go out and get a man. And it's not.
And I feel like a lot of women are used to that because how simpy men are, like through DMs, through always just wanting a relationship, wanting to be with a woman. But it's like a guy that a woman really wants, it's going to be a lot harder for her to obtain him just because especially if he's wanted by a lot of other women and he's successful and doing his thing. Like as a man, I can be honest and say that I'm okay with not losing a girl that doesn't, I'm not going to say that I'm being controlling, but I have we have our roles to play. I got my roles to be the man, you know what I'm saying? And if there's certain things that I don't agree with, you're just not with it. I'm gonna keep it real. It's out the door. I'm good on that. I found my inner peace, and one thing that I realized is if I'm really gonna bring a girl into my life, and take it more on a serious sense like that, I need peace. With or without a relationship with a woman, I'm good already. So it's a relationship is a commitment. What else are you gonna bring other than at times a headache? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you check up on me? Why, you know what I'm saying? I'm a busy guy. I got a lot of shit going on, so it's you're gonna have to understand. I mean, I feel him on this.
You still got to go out and compete, and I got news for you. This is gonna bother a lot of women. You still gonna have to compete for those $40,000 a year guys.
Right.
So my ultimate point is a man does not have to climb a wall. You have to lower your wall in order to make a connection with somebody. But thank you for being honest. We're going to get on to the next person.
Right.
I would say this. You need to hire a personal trainer.
Yes.
Are you doing that this year?
I am starting back going to the gym and different things.
I said a personal trainer. not going to the gym. When was the last time you're how tall again?
5'7".
5'7". When was the last time you were dress size 4 or 6?
I have never been on dress size.
You have. You didn't go to sleep as a little girl and wake up as a woman.
No, it was probably when I was very young. The smallest I have been
my point is you are not. I'm not saying not capable, but you're not qualified to get you down to the weight you need to. That's why you need a professional.
Okay.
You ladies always think you can see. Well, I'm talking to women who think they can do everything. I just said, when you going to hire a personal, are you going to hire a personal trainer? You said, no, I'm not going. Yeah. And translation, nope, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to look at some videos and I'm going to try to cobble this together. No, take some of that $100,000 you make and hire a personal trainer and drop down to a dress size and to be in your fighting weight and give yourself a chance to find a man that you would deem as appropriate and he would deem you as appropriate. Because, man, you weigh more than a man at your height. 5'7", men weigh about 155, 160 pounds. You're almost 100 pounds more than a man.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these things are important because I'm talking to you and I'm talking to women in the audience. So you ladies can start understanding that, like it or not, men are very visual. Men want what they want. And it's not just the top earners. Go back in our grandparents' generation and our great-grandparents' generation. Women who were domestics, cleaning white folks' floors, was still fit.
Right.
And they were still feminine. So there's no excuse for modern women not to do at least what women in segregation and pre-seg and post and after slavery did. All right. Thanks a lot.
I mean, he has a point right there because, when you think about it, men for the most part have stayed traditional. Women have not for the most part not stayed traditional. And it's been through since the dawn of hunting and gathering. Like, it's always been like we've always had, men and women have always had their roles that they've played. Men were the conquerors, the hunters. Women were the gatherers. Obviously, there's different times that we live in. So there's obviously more freedom in the sense of both parties, and I'm someone who I'm definitely for women having equal opportunity. As a woman, if you want to build your career, like, that's on you, go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Like, to each his own. I would never stop that for anybody, but with everything comes good and bad consequences. So chasing a career, making good money, if you're well off, that's good for you, like I said. But it's not only for women, but even as a man, like, you realize when you're really chasing your purpose, you're not going to really be looking at relationships a lot. So if you're a woman who is making good money and really trying to chase it and be ambitious, which is okay, just you got to realize what comes with that. And that's, you're probably not going to be able to be with a man that you really want, because if you're a woman that's making a lot of money, a woman always wants a guy that they can look up to, so if you're a woman that's making hella bread, you're only going to go for men who are making bread. You're not going to go for a lower guy. But for a guy, it's a lot different. If a girl's ambitious, that's definitely a good thing, but I'm not really worried about what a girl makes. It is what it is. And it's the truth how he's saying, like, a lot of these women, they don't realize, but they'll be like, oh, a lot of guys want me though, look at that, blah 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 blah. But it's like, yeah, but how many of those guys do you want? Number one. Number two, the guys that you actually want, how many of them want you back? You know what I'm saying? So it's true, like, in the sense of just trying to have the leverage. But it's like, when there's a guy that you truly want and admire and respect, you're not gonna have the leverage over him. It's just the truth. Especially if he has a purpose. It's like, you gotta understand his purpose is gonna fulfill him. As a man, when you start to work on your purpose, you start feeling fulfilled, and that's what brings fulfillment as a man. For a woman, for the most part, I mean, obviously all other women are different if you want to be a career businesswoman, but for the most part, most women, they feel fulfillment through a family, having kids that they can love and admire, you know what I'm saying, and nurture, having a strong-willed man. So I definitely like this video. I agree with most of what he had to say, for sure. But nah, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, man. Godfather. still, you know what I'm saying, watching his content, and yeah, that's some good content. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. If you guys are new to this channel, I post a lot of reactions. I react to red pill content. I react to a whole bunch of different types of things. I do vlogs, public interviews, skits, all that. So if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you guys subscribe. Appreciate everybody for getting me to 1,400 subscribers. It means a lot to me. Let's just keep going up, and yeah, on our way to 2,000. Let's get it. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up here, and I'll catch you on the next one. So be easy.